Good morning, good morning. My name is Rutzan Mfuking from Skills Excel Training Institute, and today I'll be taking you through a quick video on the SUMIF function. So the SUMIF will just require three inputs from us. It will require the range, the criteria, and the sum range. So the range is the range of cells that you want to be evaluated by the criteria. Meaning is that, so it's the list whereby you want your sum range or your criteria to be applied. So for example, let's say we have a list of different provinces, right? And now we want to calculate the total sales we made in Gauteng. So now for the range will be the list of our different provinces, and then our criteria will be Gauteng, and then our sum range will be the values that we'll be adding. So it maybe can be our revenue, our total sales, and so forth. Okay, so to start our first example, we can see that we're required to get the total for all our head items. So to do that, we can just say equals to sum if, and then our syntax will be shown to us. We can see that Excel requires the range, the criteria, and the sum range from us. So now for us to basically populate the correct information in this, we need to understand our question. So here, what are we looking for? The total for what? Our head items, right? So we can already see that, okay, number one, our list or our range is what? Our items, our different items. Because I said the range is basically a list. A list of what? A list of all the different items or cells where we'll be applying our criteria to. So what are we looking for? We're looking for all the head items. Where can we find those head items? Here, under our items column. So yes, so now to do that, we go to range. So the first thing I'm going to select, I'm going to come here by B7, click on that, and then hold Control Shift down button. It's going to select everything. Or alternatively, you can just click on the first item again. Just click and hold down using your mouse, and that will select everything. Just make sure that you just select only your information and not the extra empty spaces. Okay, the next thing, comma. Now it wants our criteria. What's our criteria? We're looking for the head items. So we'll put head, and our head, anything that's not a number. So now, whether we're going to put a text value divided by plus greater than, whether it's a logical operator or anything like that, they will need to be put in inverted commas. Anything that's not a number needs to go in inverted commas. So if maybe my criteria was 5, I could have just wrote 5 like that. But now that I said head needs to go in inverted commas. Okay, next thing, comma. Now we can see it requires the sum range. Okay, where's our sum range? I said it's basically the values that it will be adding up. Here are the values that it will be adding up. And then we can see that, okay, for our head items, we've made 3,500 for them. And then again, I'll do the same example for the classes. Equals to sum if range. What am I looking for? Classes. Where can I find the classes? in my items list. Okay, let me select my items list, comma. What's my criteria? What's my condition? Oh, my condition is look for classes. So I just need to tell Excel that no, my condition is classes. Okay, now Excel knows, okay, you want to add up all the classes. But now it needs to know, okay, where's the values that you're looking to add up? I'm like, oh, Excel, here are the values. And then I just highlight everything else and hit enter. We'll see that Excel will give us an answer of 520. Probably the reason people haven't been buying classes is because it's winter, it's cold now, so they're focusing on hats, beanies, jerseys, pants, and gloves. Okay, we're just going to do the final two examples for A and BP. The first method I used both cell referencing and hard coding the numbers, but now I just want us to just use cell referencing, because why? It will make our work faster, and once we become a little bit faster, we can also become just a little bit more efficient. So yes, so the second method we'll be looking at is using ranges, and we'll also be locking our values, and I'll be explaining the locking concept as we go. All right, so I'm gonna get the total for the customers. So here, like I said, AA, so equals to SUMIF, again, range. The range for what? What am I looking for? My customers, as you can see, AA. So the range, the list this time that I'm going to pick is the list of what? My different customers. That is why I said we need to understand our question, because this time we're not selecting our items, but we're selecting our customers, because that's what we're looking at. That is where Excel is going to find this information for AA, BP. It's going to find it here. So let's select that. And then I need us to press F4, or if that doesn't work, you can alternatively press FN F4. What that does is it adds these dollar signs. And what these dollar signs do is they will lock this list. So no matter what we do, no matter how we drag this list, Excel will always be looking at this list for the customer. You know, we've locked it in. So this is our list for the customer information. That's what we're telling Excel, that no, Excel, no matter what you do, cell A7 up until A53 contains our list of all the different customers. Okay, comma, criteria. What's our criteria? Our criteria is AA. So we can just click on it. You know, that's what cell referencing. I'm saying no, our criteria, you'll find it in the cell, you know. So I just clicked on it. It's the same as typing AA, but no, what did I just do? I just clicked on it, cell referencing. And then if you don't understand that concept, you can look at the video I previously posted on the SUM function. Yes. And then comma. The reason I don't lock this one is because when I drag my formula down, I need it to be able to continue and populate the correct things. Okay, the last information it needs from me is my sum range. My sum range is still the same, basically my list of values. There we go. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to press F4. To do what? To lock. To tell Excel that no, all my total prices, they start from where? E7, here's E7, up until E53. Basically telling it that that's where you'll find our sum range, and then we press enter. And then from here, what we can just do is drag, and Excel will populate the rest of our answers. So let me show you the reason why we had to lock our cells. So if I click on cell AA here, if I click on the value for AA, you'll see, if I come to my formula bar, that yes, the sum range is A7 up until A53. My criteria is H14, and then again my sum range is E7 up until E53. Then I go down. You'll see again what for BP my range is A7 up until A53. Can you see what it did? When I dragged down, it made sure that, okay, Excel, remember that your list for all the customers is A7, A50. So if you can see, for all these, I don't have to I don't have to select my range again. Why? Because I've locked it in. But the only thing that's changing, I hope you can notice, is our criteria. Because why? We didn't lock it in. When we drag down, as soon as I drag down like this, so my criteria, it goes to the next one. Okay, here I started at looking at AA, now it's looking at BB, now it's looking at CC, now it's looking at DD, just like that. So that's why it's important sometimes to lock and to use cell referencing, because if we had a table of 1,000 rows, we just write this formula once, we lock our values in, we hit enter, and we drag. We're done with our work.